Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. We just died in Minecraft again. Don't worry about it. Spinx number 10. Yeah, this is going to be stats meet accomplishments. But basically, anybody compared to Vitality, the notable achievements is going to look so goofy. Fury might be able to compare a little bit, but like, yeah, I mean, let's just take a glance at these stats. So like, dude is an absolute beast. Opening kills per round one is probably the grossest one. It's kind of interesting to see how he's evolved from like the player that he was on Vitality to how he is on MOUZ. You know, Vitality didn't really want him to do that on their team because they didn't need him to, which is also what kind of set up Rops for to be the perfect fit. But to Spinx's credit, I feel like he actually has gotten better. Spinx wasn't wrong, and neither was Vitality. That's kind of like, in hindsight, it's kind of cool to see that. In retrospect, just like Spinx wanted to kind of like play a little bit different brand of CS and felt like he could do it. But it didn't make sense for him to do that in Vitality. And they're both just, yeah. Individually, he's doing better because of it, and team-wise, Vitality is doing better. Like, everybody, obviously, Spinx would probably want to be on the run that he'd had, you know, with Vitality he had this year, but that's just how it goes sometimes. EVP at Cluj, Dallas, Austin, Pro League. First at Cluj, second at Pro League, Lisbon, Dallas, Cologne. Third at Melbourne, Rivals, Austin, Bounty, London, Pro League 22. God damn, bro. They just, imagine it for MOUZ if they're just what? Wow, they did lose the spirit as well, but still, like, dude, the amount of times they ran into Vitality was crazy, man. Just crazy. This is one of the shorter ones because I feel like this 10th, I feel like is pretty self-explanatory. Earns his 4th appearance on the top 20 list in his second best placing, a 10th off the back of the year in which Superb Floor was driving force behind MOUZ's ever consistent presence on the big stages. Israeli finished 14 events he played this year as at least a valuable player and put up strong performances at 10 of those, 4 of which were him to get the EVP at Cluj, Dallas, Austin, 22 Pro League. Always nice to be back on the top 20 list, but more importantly, our goal is to win some events and then individual goals will follow. Yeah, I mean, they won one, but that fucking Vitality team is pretty good, huh? That Vitality team is really fucking good, man. And a much tougher sample than most, which is what they keep talking about with all the MOUZ players. The MOUZ players' stats don't look that great because they had to play Vitality more than anybody else in the fucking world. Spinx remained solid regardless of event at all. 5 Elite Plus tournaments he played, and regardless of competition, with a 1.09 against the top 5 teams. So he's one of the best players in the world versus the top 5. Ultimately, though, there's a reason MOUZ did not turn consistency into more trophies. Spinx put up more of a fight in the arenas, finals, and against other elite teams than his teammates, but his playoff drop-off overall was still significant, especially compared to hyper-competitive field full of standout playoff performers around him. Is also part of the reason why he didn't peak as high as much on the list and never came particularly close to the discussions for MVP awards. It was always, basically, Spinx was the best player in MOUZ. MOUZ was like definitively the 3rd best team probably of the year. Like, they're always losing to like a Spirit, mostly a Vitality, and I think they even lost to Furia. That's just tough, man. And he was the best player on MOUZ. Like, the dude is absolutely like I said, I think he really took a step. I think in general, when you realize that this year started with Brolin first time IGLing, if MOUZ can keep a good head on them, there's a real chance that they can like do some damage. But I feel like, isn't it crazy that I feel like MOUZ is in the same fucking spot they were the year before? It's kind of nuts. Like, they did get a win, but it literally feels exactly the same. Like, these guys going into this year, we're all like, dude, this is going to be their year. This is going to, like, they just got to start winning trophies. And then they cut Shuhin, we're like, oh my God. And then now I feel the same way. I'm like, man, they really were just dropping the ball a little bit, but if they could just turn it up a notch, they're right there. They really are just, oh my, history just repeats themselves, man. Like, it's just, fuck, man. Like, is it really worth it to change players? No, I don't know, but they're like stuck, you know? They're just stuck, man. It's tough. This whole MOUZ team is like a giant what if, and people like to farm them for like the no aura thing. So like, I always feel like they've never had a home crowd or anybody cheer for them, which just fucking sucks too, but like whatever. Spinx becomes the 3rd player after Nico and Xantares to predict a bright future for male. So, yeah, this kid was insane, by the way. I pulled up his stats. He's the only one that peaked higher than Donk and Face It. This kid was dropping, like, I literally saw him drop like almost 50 kills. I think it was like a double OT game. Just disgusting shit that's going on. Yeah, he disgusting. We need to watch a demo of this kid because everybody keeps saying is next up, and some of the stats and shit and the things he's doing are disgusting. I think it'd be a really good watch. But let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I feel like Spinx at 10 is like pretty not controversial. You know, a lot of people got upset with Twisted 11 because of like accolades and stuff, and then like thinking about like Heavy God and some of the other players. I feel like 10's pretty accurate, right? What do you guys think? You guys think 10's like pretty well? Let me know in the comments below, as always, if you guys where you had Spinx, if you had him 10, if you had him higher, lower, whatever. But I feel like this actually makes a lot of sense. Like the gatekeeper to top 10 is Spinx. He's a guy that played incredibly well, couldn't ever get over the hurdle over like the really, really big boys, but was an absolute farmer outside of that. I think this is good. Yeah.